and you can browse different types of jobs. And the reason why this is really, really good is because it breaks down what you're going to do. It breaks down entry salary and maximum salary that you're going to get.
Okay.
It also talks about the additional qualifications you might need to get, which is further studies. The skill sets can be used to incorporate into your CV, and it also has the go-to websites for that particular industry rather than the generalized sort of websites that you can go to.
Okay.
So that's your first starting point to get an idea of the kind of job that you might want to do. Okay?
Okay.
Now, because you are a student, you don't want to go to the generalized websites necessarily. The most popular one is this one. You can try it, you can explore it, but anybody can put a job advertisement on this. Even with a simple email, I can put a job advertisement out.
Okay.
So what you're going to be looking to do is to try to get graduate roles, graduate-friendly websites. So I'm
Okay.
going to show you the websites that are graduate-friendly websites where you have to become familiar with, and there you can browse graduate roles, okay?
Okay.
So the first go-to one I'm going to show you is ratemyplacement.com, and so, excuse me, I should do a Google search, .co.uk actually. So rate my placement, and then on here you will be going to jobs, and you will be looking for graduate jobs, okay?
Okay.
All of this doesn't matter to you, so graduate jobs.
Okay.
There you can do a quick general search, and you'll have all the big companies. Some of them you might recognize.
KPMG?
As well as the smaller ones, but you can whittle it down based on specialization and also which years you're going to be doing it, okay?
Okay.
That's one of the websites to go to. The other famous one, and by the way, these are all the websites that all the universities use, from Oxford to Cambridge to us,
Okay.
is Bright Network. And again, the same thing, you can register here and you can find graduate jobs,
Okay.
and find a graduate job. And then again here you can use the portal to find different roles that are suitable for graduates.
Okay. Okay.
So the other one that you want to do is, which is good for small to medium enterprises, so not necessarily the big companies,
Okay.
is this one. Let me just find it. This one called graduate-jobs.co, and then again these are the SME companies. So a lot of people overlook the medium-sized companies, but actually that's where the limited competition is, so it's worth going to.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
The other thing that you might want to do is make sure that you have a professional up-to-date LinkedIn. If you don't know how to do a professional up-to-date LinkedIn, you can book an appointment with one of us,
Yes.
and we can help you go through it.
We'll be needing this too on the CV.
You will be needing this if you want to network and grow connections with people that are will be able to get you into industry. Okay.
Okay.
For example, if you look at my profile, this one is specifically designed for careers advice, and the way that I've done it is followed a specific structure. And so we give advice on how to do this. But to be honest, this is a higher level sort of operation.
Yes.
After you've had a good CV and a good cover letter, and you know how to apply for a job.
Okay.
But the reason why I come to this site is because if you go to the job section, you can write graduate roles, so maybe graduate job in, and then you can find graduate jobs, okay?
Okay.
More importantly, and something again which is a higher level activity that you're going to do, is at some point when your LinkedIn is good, you're going to activate the premium feature, you're going to cancel it, you'll have 1 month for free, and then in the My Network section, you can search direct hirers and the industry you're interested in, and it'll give you an option there under premium feature, not this feature,
Yes.
where you can search the direct hirers, and it'll give you a list of all the people, and then you can send them speculative messages, which is basically a general introduction of who you are attached with CV, and build your connection with them as well.
Okay.
That's a higher level thing that you have to do, but first of all, I'm talking a little bit ahead because you need the LinkedIn, you need to build your network, and you need to, then use the premium feature. You have 1 month free access to try and sort of spam all these potential employers. The good thing about the feature is you can hone in on exactly who is putting out these job adverts for the particular industry. Okay? So that's something that's later. By the way, just so I don't forget, if you have any interviews coming up, there's an interview prep section here where you can choose the industry that you're going to be doing an interview in, and you can do your practice and get feedback. But we also help with mock interviews as well, so that's not an issue. Okay, so far I've shown you the first step, which is understand the job profiles. The
Yes.
second step is be familiar with the graduate-friendly websites, okay?
Yes.
The other big one is called, and this is the one that all universities use from Oxford to Cambridge to us, is Target Jobs.
Okay.
Now you have to build a profile on Target Jobs, and again it has all the graduate jobs, right?
Okay.
But here's the thing that is very important. You don't necessarily need to register on Target Jobs, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you go to our university website, specifically this page, you need to bookmark it, gre.ac.career, specifically this page, you have
Okay.
to go,
Okay.
and 100% you have to log into this thing.
I've done Target Connect.
Okay, amazing. So
Yes.
from Target Connect,
Okay.
I'm going to show you the admin side, but this is not what you're going to see. On Target Connect, if your friend hasn't done it, he needs to do it.
Okay.
There is a job section, and it's basically connected to Target Jobs. Obviously, you can hear the name similarity means it's the same company.
Okay.
So all these roles are available actually on this search function. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
By the way, if you want to book a one-to-one appointment with an advisor, we have 8 advisors. I'm one of those advisors.
Okay.
To speak face-to-face online,
Yes.
then actually you have to go to Target Connect,
Okay.
go into the platform, and there's a section called Book a One-to-One Appointment. Click on it, and then it's called Advice and Guidance. Click on it, and then it will show you a number of dates and times which you can pick with the advisor, and that's how you're going to get your CV reviewed. That's how you're going to get your cover letter reviewed. That's how you're going to show your job application before submitting it. Do not submit a job application without showing it.
Okay.
Because there's a certain skill set that you have to have to answer it correctly.
Okay.
Okay, and that's where this is basically your go-to portal, and this is very important, and I'll tell you why. Because once you graduate, you can still have access to career service for 2 years after you graduate
Oh, thank
to get
you.
your
That's
CVs
good.
in, to practice your mock interviews, etc. So that's why it's important to register with your university email, but also your outside email. as
Personal
well.
email, yeah.
Okay, but this is how you stay in contact with us with the one-to-one appointment.
Okay.
So you guys came in, walked in, and said, "Can I speak to somebody?" But that's not necessarily the way we do it.
Okay. Okay.
You'd book in here, and then you can speak to someone whenever,
Okay.
at your own time and at your own convenience.
Okay.
The next section I'm going to show you is very, very important, which is stuff that you're going to start doing. Okay.
Okay.
So once you come to this page, you're going to go to identify your skills.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you're in identify your skills, here you basically have a list of third-party applications which we pay a lot of money for, which is free and available to you. Okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to go through each of these, and the most important one I feel at the moment for you guys is going to be Graduate First. Okay?
Okay.
So you go to Graduate First and you register. Now Graduate First is very, very good if you're interested in going for the big companies. Okay? I think I can. I don't think. Let me see if I can go in. I mean, I'd like to go in, but I'm just going to give you a generalization.
Okay.
On this platform,
Okay.
it has psychometric tests.
Yes, I've done one of that. It was.
Yes,
It
but
was
these
hard.
this is free. Because
Okay.
normally you go for these ones online, they're rubbish.
Okay.
These ones
Okay.
are actually legit, and they're a true reflection of actual psychometric tests.
Okay.
Psychometric tests, numerical tests, video interview preparation, assessment center preparation, and also profiles of the top big companies from KPMG to Nike to whatever. And it's a step-by-step guide of how to follow the recruitment. Do not make applications to the big companies without going through this first. You would
Okay.
be, I'm sorry to say this, but you would be an idiot not to, because this is basically holding your hand, telling you how to do the application form, telling you how to do the numerical tests and reasoning tests through practice. If you get through to those stages, telling you how to do the video interview with practice. Then, if you get through the video stage, the assessment centre is telling you how to be successful in the assessment centres where you go and interact with other people, and then the final stages. So this is your training ground, okay?
Okay. Yes.
So make sure you go onto that.
Okay.
The other thing that I have to say to you is, if you have a CV, you probably don't know how to create a CV yet, a
Yes,
British
I
Standard
don't.
UK CV,
Yes.
and that's what we help with. And there are a few things that I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a PowerPoint
Okay.
via email, where
Okay.
you're going to read through and you're going to try to make an attempt to create a CV, and the PowerPoint will look something like this. Now this is it doesn't get easier than this. If you read this, you can make an attempt at the CV.
Okay.
So it's a step-by-step guide. What's the CV for? CV builder if you need it. Look at it from the employer's perspective. Formatting rules. The job sites that I told you about.
Yes. Yes.
creating the short personal statement. If you go to the bottom, you can see an example of a CV, this personal statement.
Okay.
So creating the personal statement, example of the personal statement, what you need to include in the first sentence, second, third and fourth, template which you can use, example of a template, paraphrase of a template, so you can use these ideas as yours.
Yes.
Then talking about the education and qualification and how to create the bullet points for your education and work. Okay?
Okay.
Step-by-step guide in terms of grammar, content and what you need to put. Also the skills section and how that needs to be written, the interest section, how that needs to be written,
Okay.
additional activities which you can also do. Now here at the bottom it says do a virtual experience.
Okay.
Now go to that website, do a virtual experience because that's something this is very important by the way,
Okay.
you need to do this.
Okay.
That is basically a virtual experience with one of the biggest big companies that you choose in a role that you will want to do where you're mimicking a day-to-day activity from that job. The clever thing is once you finish it, you don't put it as a qualification, no.
Okay.
You put it under work experience, but in brackets you're going to put virtual experience.
Oh.
The psychology behind that is that look upon it and straight away they'll see relevant work experience for a reputable company rather than see it as a qualification or degree. Okay, so that's
Okay.
going to go under where?
The
That's going to go
experience.
under work experience,
Work
under
experience.
virtual experience. So that's a little trick that you can do.
Okay.
And the great thing about that is, say for example, you want to get into investment banking. So rather than seeing that McDonald's thing at the top, what are they going to see? They're probably going to see investment
This.
banking, virtual experience. You can do two. Do
Okay.
two. Any more than two is too much. And
Okay.
like I said, it's all the big companies are listed there. I'll show you. And again, this is one of the sites that all the big universities use, so you should use it as well. Okay?
Okay.
So this is it. You can explore the roles. And by the way, if you want to think of bullet points to put underneath this role, it's already done for you as well, because all you have to do is choose the job that you want. It's going to take some time. Let's say you want to do JP Morgan investment banking. It just takes a couple of days.
Yes. Okay.
And then you can do it, and then here is the stuff that you would be doing, and these tasks can be put into past tense, and you can put them as bullet points in your CV. You understand? So
And these are all virtually, yeah?
this is a whole virtual
This is-
program.
this is side,
This is a
for
whole
it.
virtual program. It's free, etc. Okay.
Okay.
The other thing that you want to do is probably go to your university course degree in Greenwich.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, what's your subject?
MA International Business.
Again, if you want to put bullet points under your education, there's a little trick that you can also do is you can go to maybe International Business, you can go to course content, and you can find things that are going to get you the job, and you can go to the learning outcomes, put it into past tense and put it as a bullet point under your education. Obviously you're not going to put hundreds and hundreds of these things, but
Yeah.
you're going to put the most relevant ones that's going to get you the job. So for
Okay.
example, this is going to be developed a critical literature review and reflectively applied appropriate international business management principles to selected topics such as, so obviously you'd have to elaborate and make it better, okay?
Okay.
So that's what you're going to do for the educational side, right? So this
okay.
PowerPoint is what you're going to do. Quick disclaimer, if you're going to use AI, be very, very careful how you use it, because
Okay.
you don't want your AI to end up creating a descriptive document that just looks like a job advertisement. You're going to get hundreds of no's. The key to using AI is to paraphrase and word and things and express things better in an impactful way. So you need to put in more and more details of yourself. Talking about department, what was the department's name? How many people worked in that department? What was your percentage figures in improvement or
Yes.
rate of return? What was the budget that you managed? So as an entrepreneur, you can put all of these things.
Okay.
The more and more data you input, and the better it's paraphrased, the better your CV will be.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it's just going to look like a job advertisement, that's going to go to the trash, especially if it's the big companies. And they're very aware that students are using this, by the way.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So that's something else to bear in mind. So I'm going to give you guys this one for you to start making an attempt at a CV.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
So here are the things that you know now. You know where to explore for your general career ideas, prospects.
Yes.
You know the go-to websites for students to find job roles, graduate roles.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to start exploring those. The job advertisement is your best friend.
Okay.
You also will be given a resource on how to attempt to try to make a CV.
Yes.
Right? I've shown you the university website, which shows the go-to platforms for different things.
Target
And
job.
here's the other thing: when you've created your CV, you're going to go here, and you're going to log in here using your university credentials. You're going to upload a PDF version of your CV here, and it'll analyze it for you,
Okay.
and it'll ask you to make changes.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
and then you come and book in with us.
Okay. Okay.
So you
Okay.
make sure you remember this. It's called Career Set. Yes,
Okay.
Career Set.
Kara said for
Yes,
LinkedIn level.
yes. Yeah, and another thing that you want to do is if you want to find sponsored roles for international students, this is the go-to website which
Mm-hmm. Okay.
advertises sponsored role. My personal advice to you is get any good job,
Within
sponsored
the
or without
sponsored.
sponsored.
Okay.
Sponsored or not sponsored, and
Okay.
don't market yourself badly. Don't say I can only work 2 years. That's stupid marketing. You need to say I have 2 years graduate visa. I'm going to devote myself fully and completely to your company.
Yes, okay.
Once you get in the job, you can start looking for sponsored role as well.
Okay.
Because if you limit yourself to only sponsored roles, your window of opportunity
Limited.
is closer and more competitive. So jobs come to you easier when you have a job.
Good job, yeah.
Yes.
So you have to keep all the options open.
Okay.
But anyway, for your record, that's where you can go. Okay.
Okay.
If you have any video interviews that you have to do, this is the go-to platform. Again, you click on the third-party link. You can choose the type of interview. You send your university email. You get a link back, and you can do a video practice, and it will give you feedback based on, the recording using AI, and you can
Okay.
send that recording to an advisor as well.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm showing this site is it has a whole plethora of third-party platforms for you to use for free.
Yes.
Okay?
This large career, yeah? Okay.
Yes, from the Identify Your Careers part. Now, after you've done all of that in your preparation, you're going to log into here and you're going to book the one-to-one for your appointment because your CV will have been ready, and you might have explored some roles, and you're going to say, here's a job advertisement I'm interested in, this is my CV so far, how good is it aligned to this application?
Okay.
After you've done the CV, you're probably going to book in again to do a cover letter.
Okay.
And then after you've done the cover letter, you're probably going to look at your LinkedIn.
Okay.
And after you've done the LinkedIn, you probably want to learn how to do an answer an application form, which is actually more common with the big companies than a CV application. And so it's an ongoing relationship that you have to develop, which is why this is important.
And you are always available for the one-to-one session?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, there are 8 advisors available with their times.
Okay.
It's usually very, very open now. So if you want to take advantage for the next weeks, there's so many open spaces. In September, it gets really busy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, if you don't know how to book into that, you can go to reception and they can help you to do the one-to-one. Yeah.
I did one within those times I was studying, but it was just still too much for me, so
Okay.
I just left it.
Okay.
So I think I've booked one once. I did one, but
Did you actually attend it?
I did, but I'm not gonna lie, my head was
Okay,
everywhere.
doesn't
you know,
matter.
So,
So if you put your email in now,
okay, ACOR.
and then I can send you this, and I can.
School email or normal
Your
email?
school email is probably better.
Okay.
And I will give you this document. I will give you an example of a cover letter. I will give you an example of some CVs, and then you can start making attempts at the CV and start exploring those sites.
Yeah, from the templates we got here, yeah?
There's another template that I have as well. It's from Harvard actually. It's a really good book. But I'm going to give that to you. It's not an easy ride. Nobody's going to give you a job just like that. You actually have to build what is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
You actually have to really train up for it. Otherwise, you're going to get nowhere. What? So your one is
VE
VE01
80E
8
80E, yeah.
80
E.
E
Yeah,
at
odds, yeah.
gre.ac.uk. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's not coming up though. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you the CV PowerPoint. Hold on. I'm going to send you the CV PowerPoint. I'm also going to send you, let's see if I have cover letter
Okay.
template. I'm going to send you examples of lots of CVs. This as a resource. Harvard. Okay, Harvard. And what is it? I'm going to send you the links to these sites that I've shown you. So you need to make sure you do graduate first. You need to make sure you do the interview one. Yep. Prospects. I mean, you can remember that, right?
Okay, yeah. The careers, you know what I'm saying.
The CV analyzer.
Bookmark that career.
Yeah, the CV analyzer as well. CV analyzer, which is the reset. I'll give you the graduate this page as well, so you don't lose it, where you find all of this stuff. And so yeah, target connected to your portal to book the appointments. Yeah?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, because I've spoken, okay, I'm going to send that. If you don't get it, just let me know.
Okay.
I'm going to book you in as appointment.